Hey everybody, it's Chuck Morris, Deborah Morris on team, Keller Williams of Vito, and today I want to go over designs, simply just to try to help the agents who are, if you're currently going to be doing the onboarding, if you know we have the command onboarding. If you haven't seen it, let me show you here. Command onboarding guide. And there's certain checkoff points, things that you need to do as an agent to be qualified that you've completed, if you will say, somewhat of a training or aspect of command. And one thing that you make easy to do would be designs. Designs are very useful. You're going to use designs for the rest of your career, and you might as well go ahead and get comfortable with them. Now, in the past, I've covered opportunities at extent. Last week, we went over consumer, and we actually added a page to our agent sites. However, there are a lot of people that I realized from last week that one, either didn't have their marketing profile complete or had not even done one simple social design. So I figured what we can do is remedy that situation, and we're going to do that here today. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out with command. And I'm in command now, and I've simply went straight to designs. Now, designs is kind of your marketing. I like the little icon they put, makes it look like an artist's easel and with the brush and all. And this is your marketing, your creative side, how you come across. And one thing that I do on somewhat of a consistent basis with respect to designs that would make me meet the minimum, they want multiple social designs in the command onboarding guide. So each day I do a separate market report, or there's 20 cities within Central Florida that I do a market report for. And when I do the market report, I generally do this as a video on my YouTube channel and share it to the other social media. I follow up with a market update. Basically, I'm pulling the one from this morning. Today, I did a market minute for the city of Castleberry. Then I go and find the basic templates that are found within command. And I command and I can update and customize everything that you see here so that it's available to me. It's very simple. With maybe 4 or 5 clicks, I have to customize things. Very simple, something that anyone can do. So this is something that, I'd like to show you how I do it, where I get the information from, and how I customize the information for you. Now, what I would generally do is, like today, I would say Castleberry is it was the city that I chose to do my market report for today. So let's just say, and I'm looking to see tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow will be Longwood. Okay. So if tomorrow's Longwood, what I need to do is I need to go to the MLS. So when you go and you see Market Watch, if you look and you normally see the big numbers for everything, all of MLS. So we'll go ahead and clear that and save it. So once I've cleared the cities, you can see all the different new listings and number of pendings. However, if you want something for the last 7 days for a certain city, or even 3 days, you can come in, and let's say tomorrow will be Longwood. So I'm just going to type in Longwood. Click Longwood and click Save. So this simply gives me the numbers for Longwood over the past 7 days. So in this particular design, what I need to know are the number of new listings, which are 25, the number of pendings, which is 36, and the number of sold, which is 23. These are the 3 numbers that I will pull into my design for the city of Longwood. So once I've left the matrix, I will now go into command. So I'm going to go and start from scratch, as if I were logging into command for the first time. let's go back to where we were in the beginning. So I've now logged into Command and I want to create this post. If you look at the icons, and this is something I try to tell people, this is somewhat of a shortcut. What do you know? How do you know what something is? If you want to know what your designs are for agent site, click on the agent site. You see this icon is for agent site. What designs have you done for print? You see the icon for print. The social media, or the thumb for the like, these are the social media. What landing pages have you done? Then, of course, what emails have you done? These were the emails that were created. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to do the social. So we'll let the social come up. Now I pick, even though I'm not using any of these, I start with social. Then I go to the plus sign. So once I hit that plus sign, social is already highlighted. I don't have to hit it again. I now click next. I wait for the workspace for all the templates to come up. Now, which templates am I using? I have been using the pivot shift ahead and been using the Instagram, simply because I find that the Instagram is the one that's sort of, I make sure it fits all formats for the social media. So like I said, we're going to take the basic design, and I generally use this one here because the numbers go across really easy, make it nice and easy to use. We come here, we're going to click use. So the very first thing that I normally do is I'm going to go up to where it says local activity in the last 24 hours. So I'm going to change this. So in order to change this, just click anywhere in that area where you see the wording. You see the box that appears. Go up to the tools up here. You can see a little box that looks like a black on one side, white on the other. And when you put your mouse over it, it says typewriter. Click on typewriter. This brings up your ability to change the text that is within that box. I'm going to type out Longwood, Florida activity. And then, of course, we did the last 7 days. So I'm going to change this to 7 days. I'm now going to save my changes. Now, I like uniformity, so I want to go ahead and make it all on one line. Just get it so it wasn't. Then actually click here. If you look, you see the little blue line that appears. That tells you that your text box is perfectly centered on the page. And I'll let go. So I've got it so far. I've made the change to the city and the last 7 days. The next thing I'm going to do is click in the text box down here where it says updated and the information taken from. Again, once I've got the box highlighted, go up to typewriter. Typewriter allows you to change the text. We're going to come up here. We're going to take out, and we'll say, I'll put today's date. Even though tomorrow is the day that I will be doing Longwood, I am doing this today, and the information may change tomorrow. So I actually put the date as 2 digits for the month, 2 digits for the day, and of course 4 for the year. And I'm quoting my source, which is Seller MLS. So far we've made basically 2 clicks. We clicked here, and we hit the typewriter. We then clicked here, click the typewriter. The next thing we need to do is we're going to take the information that we gathered from the matrix here, and we're going to apply it to the listings they say here. So click in the box, you'll see a box appear. Again, the typewriter. So we said this one was 25. The number of new contracts or pendings were 36. And the number of closings were 23. So far there have been 5 clicks on our board. This is all we've done. So the next thing I do on my design is where it says KWDVA name. I click on this and either can select the delete button on my keyboard or the trash can which says remove to remove the DBA name. I don't want that generic placeholder there in my way. I then go over to my library, which I've added over time, and I have my image that I wish to use. When you click to add an image, you will generally see these lines here. This is showing the height that they put it in, and this is the width which they put it in. It's difficult to see that they added it to the middle of the image. So I generally tell people, look for these lines to show you that they have added it. Click on it, you can drag it down just to get it so that you can maneuver to the proper size that you want. Once I've got about the aspect of the size that I want that, you see where I have it just over the midpoint for each office is independently owned and operated. And I want about, right about, there it is. There, in that kind of that general area there. The next thing I generally do is I'm going to add a picture. I always add the picture with our logo. I can click on, and I'll make sure I've clicked outside the box. This is very important. Click outside your format and click this, so it adds the image and allows me to resize. Then I can click it and I can drag it around, and I'm still going to shrink it. I want it centered. Again, the line, the purple line that you see, or blue line, depending upon how you see it on your screen, indicates that it is centered. So we clicked here once to bring up the typewriter to change the wording, and we of course stretched out the box and centered. Click number 2, we changed the number here. Click number 3, we changed the number here. Click number 4, we changed the number here. Click number 5, we changed the information here, all using the typewriter feature. We clicked in and we used the typewriter. Next, we came over to click number 6. We removed the DBA logo that was there and replaced it with our own. The next thing I did, if you want to say click number 7, was to add the marketing photo of my wife and myself. That's all it takes to make a basic design using their template. Now, what I've been doing is I'm a little tired of seeing these generic pictures here. So I will click on the picture so that it's highlighted and go to company. And maybe I want to see lifestyle activities. One thing I found is you want to make sure whatever lifestyle activity you're picking is appropriate for the city, because there's no reason to put the ski slopes for Longwood, Florida. So maybe you need to have the image highlighted. Remember what I told you about the borders here, the height and the width. And let's pick something that maybe these are just people getting together. So they're out in a ball field. This is something that you could possibly see in Longwood, Florida. But this gives it a fresh look, because a lot of agents are simply using the generic row of buildings, and your ad's going to look like everyone else's. There are plenty of photographs, and they're supposed to be adding more as they go. But you have plenty of photographs that you can use, or you can always add your own. But by the same token, maybe using lifestyle at home and just kind of have different photos available to you that you can use to replace the default row of homes that they put in there. There's nothing that says you have to use those photos. This is your marketing. They allow you to change it however you like. Or if you have something on your computer, simply click add and then drag and drop an image from here. You can add whatever image you'd like from your own computer. The most important thing to remember is when you do add something to replace this photo, make sure it's pretty high, pixelation is pretty high. You don't want something that's very grainy, because it will look bad. But the next thing I want to do is I go up to the name itself and I would change it. I usually put the city name and then the date, and I remove the very back part. Now, although it automatically saved, and you can see where it said it right there, it's saved, I still have a habit of going and clicking save anyway. I've always done it, always will. Next, I go to download. When I will click download, and 9 times out of 10, I will keep the quality high, and I will get the JPEG. The reason I use JPEG is that I normally post these particular social posts. I will put them in Twitter. I will put them in LinkedIn. I'll put them in Facebook. I'll put them, and they like pictures. So they like the JPEG. Some of the formats have issues with a high quality PNG, which is a printable network graphic file. That's the only difference. So a JPEG works. You click start download, and then this downloads it to your computer. You can then take it and share it wherever you want. At least for now, where you see the share button here, do not use. There have been issues with when it shares, it looks more like a file name. It says kw.com or something, so it's not really sharing what you're trying to display here. However, if I open this file, see if it opens up. So when I open the file, this is what I expect to see, and this is what I want you to see on my social media post. I don't want you seeing kw.com or something else to that degree. But you can do that. You can do that every day for any number of excuses, reasons. Like I said, I simply do it. I will do it for the city that I'm going that day. So this is where I go back to the Market Watch. I can go to Customize. Today, when I did Castleberry, I just select Castleberry and click Save. This changes the Market Watch to the statistics for the city I need for the day. So when you look at my designs, which I'm going to put done here, for the one we just created, but you will see there are different numbers. This is where I'm getting the numbers. I go into the matrix each day for whatever city I'm doing the report for, and I customize my Market Watch. Now, as I stated, the whole purpose of this is that people are saying they have no idea how to even create a basic design in Command. And I'm showing you, this is one I do every day. If for no other reason it gives you an excuse to go into the MLS and just pull some data. I mean, if you can think of the city for MLS, it will give you that information. Now, I will tell you there are some cities that no matter what you do, even though it's a recognized area in the MLS, they will never have any data. It always says 0, no matter what. But this is how, let me go back to what I was going to show you there. When we're looking at the Command onboarding guide, they want you to create multiple social designs. So when you're creating multiple cities, if you go a whole week, you've had 5 designs, there's no reason why you can't have your designs lined up, if we'll say pretty much like mine. Print, you can do the same thing. It's the same principle as far as when you click the plus. Remember I said at the beginning, for those who may have missed, the reason I like to, when I first come to designs, nothing's selected. So if you look up, none of the headers up here are selected. So if I were to click the plus sign, none of these are selected by default. However, if I decide I am going to do a social, clicking social then brings up only the social. These are only social posts. And if I click the plus sign now, which is I want to create, you will notice that social is highlighted by default because I came from my social folder. You can do with print. And with print, if we want to do one, because these are so simple to do that you should be able to use your information. And let's do maybe a postcard. Santa postcard. Now I want you, and this is something I've noticed a lot of people have been confused by. If you look at the postcards, it kind of looks like there's a ghost image, and that's what I heard someone describe it to me as. It looks like there's a back image here. This is the one side. That's the back side. So if I click use for this particular postcard, so if you wanted to create a, I always like to hide this because you can't see it otherwise, but this is 2 pages. So when you create a postcard, there's the front and there's the back. So just so you know, the front and then there's the back. Now, one thing I've noticed on some of the postcards, and you can see it here, how it's sort of the formatting. It's almost like the team name here just should have went like that. But all I did was I clicked and I changed the box. You cannot change the height, but you can change the width. But there's no, but this is so easy for you to go in. And let's just say we want to go to, actually, you know what? Let's see. We'll try this real fast. Give me, I apologize. I'll pull it up for you. Slowly but surely. Let's see. Which one's, I think it's this one. There's so many of them do. First come to it, I'm going to go to KWLS. I'm going to look for, oh, let's see. Select. Let's go with the first one. Actually, I did that wrong. And this is what happens when you do it wrong. Make sure it's highlighted. Remove that picture. Remove the placeholder. I want to highlight the picture. So I want to make sure it's highlighted. Come over to the picture I want there. Go to, it looks like the recycling sign, and replace the image. So all you have to do is make sure you select the entire postcard, which basically is selecting the picture. And then when you go to the photos, you can replace it. It's that simple to replace the photographs. Then you will know the second page, and I know that's the wrong address, but you can come in here, and it's pretty much the same as I told you with the social media. Use the typewriter. Come in here, make your changes here as far as your wording. Do all that through the typewriter. Do not try to go in here and start clicking and this, that, and the other, simply because the formatting doesn't hold very well. I found that out the hard way. When you send out postcards that look like a third grader sent them out, you're not going to be too happy. So I want to ask you, has anyone created a any social media or any designs at all? Any designs?
With Command?
Whoops, hold on, Will. My speaker went off. Give me a second. There we go. Sorry about that.
No problem. In Command or in general?
Well, in Command.
Oh, okay. No.
But you've done, if I remember correctly, you've done a lot in Canva, right?
Photoshop.
Photoshop.
I Photoshop everything I need.
Yeah. But the principle's there. However, for the Command onboarding, they'd like for you to be able to do at least, they say multiple designs. Multiple is kind of like saying you have multiple offers. It's going to be 2 or more.
Yeah.
And
well, with the templates in Command, it's far easier to do it in Command than it is to start from scratch doing everything in Photoshop every time.
And it can be, yeah. There are times I will admit that in Command it can be far easier, and then there are times in Command it will also be equally frustrating
because you can't change anything you want.
Well, in order to change it, you sometimes mess with the formatting that they've automatically set things to. And it's kind of it's almost it's a hit and miss. You have to learn by the same way you had to learn I remember first learning Photoshop. You just basically had to keep doing it till you eventually got it right.
Yeah, and that takes a while.
Command doesn't take quite as long, but it's the same thing as that, because there was 500,000 times. Because I mean, I think if I remember correctly, I've got, just in the social posts still in Command, I have maybe 120, 130 designs in there. That doesn't take out the probably 200 that I just screamed at and deleted them.
Right.
However, when you're doing, if you're going to be participating in the Command onboarding contest, then if they want you to finish your marketing profile, and then they want you to have a couple of designs, I mean, you can design your own signature. You can make an email signature in Command. Now, there's certain restrictions to that I don't like, but I also kind of like the fact that they minimize the number of hyperlinks that are allowed, because a lot of people don't realize if you start putting too many hyperlinks in your email signature, it will actually flag your email. Your email will be flagged as spam, because a lot of emails get flagged as spam because they have way too many hyperlinks. So people are like, oh, I'll send you 500,000 links. Problem is that you will be flagged by some ISPs as spam simply because you have all those links.
Gotcha.
It's nice to have them. Even I'll put the icons. It's still a hyperlink. People still set them up. But yeah, I mean, you can do something as simple, but as simple as that could be your customized brand kit with designs. If you could create, I'll go back to Command here real quick. Oops, wrong one. So if you could go in and let's just say, what am I on? This is print. What do I need? I have to think about it now, where they're at. Is that a social? Print. That's so much crap. It is print. Yep, okay. So if you click, like I said, they've moved things around from when I first created them, so I'm like, I don't know when I created anything anymore. That's that senility kicking in. Business. I like the letterheads. So you can create your own letterheads. Let's see. Changed it. That's your business card. Just KW app. Talks about the app. Where'd it go? All right. What happened to my? Well, it used to be signature on there. Business Basics is what it was. I don't know if they're moving everything around, so it kind of makes it interesting when you can't find what you were doing. Which technically you can use the business card. Let's see which one looks the least. That one just looks like a dweeb, I know, because I got that one and I'm sick of seeing it. Let's go with this one for now. Nothing else, we can always play around. That's the best thing about it. You can always go back and play around with it. So I'm going to click on the picture, go to my library. Instead of that picture, I want to, and like I said, all you got to do is click. If you have a picture in your library, or even if you add one, let's just say I add something. I don't know, photos. Do I have a photo? I'm sure I do. I got too much crap. Let's some pics. There you go. Big deal. So when you bring up, even if you bring a photo in from your computer or outside, you still have replace image. It's as simple as that. Now, everything here is the same as it was before with the social media using the typewriter. So you would go up, change your numbers. I don't know what the other number was. Office, okay. But you go up there, you put your office. One thing I personally don't like is this small area for email and website. Because, you know, if you were to put cobblehomes.com, let's just say cobblehomes.kw.com, you already went past their box.
Yeah.
So, and then I don't know why these two aren't linked. So you can move them both at the same time. I mean, you can click on them and you can move them, you know, use the arrow keys and move back.
Will they snap to each other?
They really don't.
No.
So if I move this one back to there, I need, see, I'm almost having to eye it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not like it's that difficult. Plus the fact that if I need to, I can always blow it up. Make sure that looks pretty good. Then put my actual, you know, I may want to move this over.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, use the typewriter. Go to the typewriter and make your changes there. And if you wanted to make this your signature, you can actually download just the first page. Because if you look, this is page 1 of 2. This is the back side of the business card that they're having you create. So you could actually take this to a printer. You know, you save it, build it, and send it to someone to be printed for you for a professional business card if you wanted to. I've seen a few agents do that. I'm like, we've already got cards made. I'm not gonna mess with what's already working.
Right.
But yeah, there's what did I just do? Oh yeah. Now the one thing that bothers me to some degree is they used to. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Up until the end of July, it would tell you whatever you named it. That's what you saw out here. Now you don't see it. It's
just the name of the template.
Yeah, it's just the name of the template. Now I know they know it's an issue that they're working on, but you have to admit that can be frustrating. You're going, which one is this?
Right.
Like I said, especially for me, when I do so many. Which one is this? I need to know which one it is.
Right.
Now, if I need to hover over something, click the 3 dots. If I need to rename it, which hopefully it says it's going to work, you can make a copy. So if you wanted to make it, and I've done that before where I make a copy and then it's usually for like an event. Just change the date, you know, something that simple. Or if I want to delete it, and ask me, do I want to delete it? And it's gone. But that's pretty much like this one here. I want to rename it. Let's call it.
Well, at least you can do that. You can rename it.
Well, the thing is, I named it when I created it.
Right.
So it's like you shouldn't have to go back.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
And that's the whole thing, because I literally name them when I'm creating them, so I know that, you know, it's what it is intentionally. Because when I go, I want to know what my social, which one was I doing, or what was the last thing I did. I don't want to have to go and open up this and see what it is.
Yeah.
Which kind of gets, you know, on your nerves to some degree. But why don't you create one? Do you want to take the wheel, so to speak?
Sure.
Would you like to share? I'll stop my share.
All right.
Because I think the best way for everyone else to learn, or even you, is, hey, I'm sitting here, I'm available. So whenever you're ready, if you want to share screen, just let me know.
All right. Let me save this document here and get it out of the way. And clear that. Clear my passwords out of the way.
I know it is. I have a password safe. Luckily, it puts everything as hidden.
All right, go for it.
All right, go ahead and share. So go to the bottom of the Zoom screen, click share screen, and then make sure you're sharing what it is you want to share, not your password.
All right.
Look at that, he's a pro, he's got it down. So, like for example, pick something.
Okay, let's do, I wanted to see these, I guess it was these, the door hangers.
I love door hangers, especially for just listed.
Just listed, there we go.
Yeah, I do a lot of those. I do a lot of those. Because right now, nobody really wants you to door knock.
Right, yeah.
And so
since this guy stopped by today, and I stopped him at the door. Hold on, fella.
Hold on, Bubba Louie. But yeah, and it's great because of the fact that you can go through here, and you know these templates work with most door hangers that you can buy. The little pre-made door hangers.
Uh-huh.
So do you have a listing you'd want to put on there?
No.
How about you, Danya? You got a listing we can put on his door hanger for now? If not, I do. So that's what I'm saying. Of course, it just went pending today, but still.
I do have one that's pending.
So do I. That's what I'm saying. Tell you what, Will, go ahead over to KWLS. You see what? Nope.
No.
Look over on the left-hand side. You're under images. Note down.
Oh.
There you go. Now it says search for a listing. So go ahead and put 375 San, S-A-N, Sebastian, S-E-B-A-S-T-I-A-N, Prado, P-R-A-D-O. And probably have to put Altamont Springs just comment Altamont Springs. There you go. And search. Put a comma between the Prado and the Altamont. Now try it. There it is. All right, so select. Go ahead and select that.
There we go.
So this would allow. So if you had your photos already, in the MLS.
Mm-hmm.
So this is allowing you to select your photos. So you've got the photo highlighted. So click that, and it changes the picture.
And what else? Let's see.
You moved the picture.
Oh, undo.
That's all right. That's perfect. Now go up to the top. I'll go up to the top a little bit more. Over to the left. You see the undo?
Sure do. There we go. All right. Let's see what this looks like here.
I would probably go.
Wanna do that?
Once you do, you don't want to move it. Once you've got it in there, remember it is a door hanger, and it's going to be pretty tight for top.
I was hoping that the image would move within the shade.
Oh yeah, no, it hits that middle, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
That's why I generally recommend get a room.
Oh, get a room. Okay.
You have to click it. Yep, just get a room. You know what? You have to click it again. Go up that. There you go. That'll be a good one.
This one.
Yeah. A little more furniture to it.
Yeah.
And you can go in there. Now you see where on the lower right hand. There you go. Keep going. You can keep blowing it up as much as you want.
There we go. Nice.
So if you,
all right,
so click on the square. As soon as you click in there, now go up top where it says typewriter.
Is that it?
Like that. That's it.
Okay.
And change whatever it is that you put the information that you need there.
Do we need to? I think that'll take up too much room.
Well, that's why it says email or website, so you can just put your email, then you'll be good.
Did I do a space on that one?
Yeah,
buddy. Yep, I'll get this and I will plug that in.
I got this.
You got my soda.
Drink it, Dad.
Okay, you've had a big soda today.
That's you.
Yeah, that's me. That's Chuck.
One of your friends?
Yeah, that's one of my friends. All right, so.
His other girlfriend.
No, that. Daddy, do you want a big squeeze?
I do want a big squeeze. Thank you.
There you go. Now go ahead and click Save Changes.
Well, you better put in my soda.
So all you have to do is make sure that it doesn't, you don't want it to do it, but it looks good.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can, and the best thing is I like about is there's nothing wrong with the wording. See yourself here, get in touch.
Yeah,
now
exactly.
Now you have to go up top and change that.
Right. Is that one? But yeah, that's
what I would do.
A different one.
I would go up to like 200%. There you go.
There
see?
we go.
Now you can see it.
All right, cool.
But you can go in there, you do that, and then you save it.
Nope.
No, it's
Started
fine.
typing. I didn't use the.
You didn't use the typewriter.
There we go.
And then city or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, still on there.
I'm saying you'll get used to it.
Yeah. I'm still okay, buddy. How about you? Are you still okay? What are you doing over there?
Number of beds, bath, square feet. Go up to typewriter. Because a typewriter makes it so much easier to type that stuff in.
1,600 square feet. What would you put in front?
SQFT.
SQFT.
Yeah.
Like so?
Yeah, I'd probably put it there. You go.
Yeah. Okay.
Most people realize that.
Yeah, not bad. All right.
And then just and then you can put something brief. Nice house, whatever. Whatever. You have control. That's the best part. You have control what goes in there.
Comfy cozy.
There you go. Now let's go to page 2.
Oh yeah, there's another page.
There's the back side of the.
Where's my? There we go.
Click that. Click the page where it says pages. That'll lower it down. Yeah, now you gotta go back up there so you can see what it is you're typing. All right. Oops, scroll down. That's all. You're fine. You're at the top of the.
Oh.
That's all.
What now? No, but this is nasty. The ice is melted. Go put it in the thing.
But then you can go in. You put your information there.
Yeah.
But there's no reason why anyone should not have, there's no reason not to have a design.
Yeah.
But like I said, that's one of the prerequisites with respect to the onboarding. Might as well go ahead and do it. It's not that difficult. It's simple. There you go.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's not an uh-oh.
What do we do here?
Stretch the box out. Keep stretching it. Keep going. Now, stop. Nope. Now, grab the box. Actually, what you're going to do, and this is good. Everybody watch this. You're clicked inside the bigwillystyle.com. You're in that box. See how it's highlighted?
Yeah.
Go up to the controls up there. Up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let go. Go up.
There you go. Over to the, keep going over to the right. And you're going to see alignment. Keep going.
Oh, okay.
Click it. Click it. Center. Nope. Center.
Oh,
Nope.
I gotta move pictures. I gotta move pictures out of the way.
My ugly mug out of the way. There you go. Now it's centered. Now go back to the box and center the box.
There we go.
Oops. There you go. Whoop.
Okay, so if you hold down Shift, it will keep it in. It'll keep it from moving up and down.
Right. Move it so it's centered. It'll be nope. It'll be centered. Keep going to the right.
Oh, with the
other right. Nope.
The other right.
Keep going. You're going to see the line in the middle of the page in a second.
Oh, okay. There we go.
That means
Right.
it's centered in the middle of the page.
Gotcha. And that's an undo? Oh, no, that's a...
Now
No,
click
we don't.
somewhere. Just click there. Now you can do your social media. Click there and get the typewriter, and you can put, whatever you want to put as far as your hyperlink for something. Save the changes.
All right.
Now the same thing, I would do that the same way. And being that you didn't move it, it should be fine, but check to make sure everything's centered.
Yeah, this really isn't centered right here.
Yeah, no, it is centered. It's the only one that is centered.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
Never you. Now,
Oh.
what? No, you're fine. Nope, you're fine. Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah. Center it in the box. There you go.
Oh, I screwed it up. There we go.
But that gives you your, I mean, it's that easy to do all of this stuff.
Still looks a little lopsided. There we go. That looks better. All right.
See?
And blah, blah, blah.
Go
All
down
that good
there.
stuff.
And it's funny because it's like agent name with brief bio. Blah, 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 blah.
All right, cool.
That's all you need for and you made a door hanger. Now what I would do, just to say, for example, you see up top where it says 01 just listed DH?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Click that and change the name. Now the DH at the end simply means door hanger, so that's all it is.
Okay.
So you could actually probably leave the DH if you want to, Now, like I said, out of habit, I click file, although it's automatically saved, which it just did. But it automatically saves after you do things, almost like an auto save feature. I'm always like, you know what? I'm paranoid. I don't trust it. So if I click save, but once you went in and made all your changes, when you go to print a door hanger, it wants both sides. You're going to have to save both sides.
Yeah.
So
who's going to print this?
You can print it at home.
You can buy the paper that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do that Kevin Kendrick is the one that first got me into it.
Huh, okay.
Print your own door hangers. I mean, they come generally like, depends on what size you get.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you look right there, it's saying 4.5 by 8 or
Right.
by 11. So you're looking at a half a page.
Okay.
Half the quarter. So you're looking at, but you got a big door hanger, and you print them out, save it. You have to save it each side, because when you do the printing, the door hanger realizes there's a front and a back, and it's going to ask you for both.
Okay, and is it with that paper? Do you actually? I guess it depends on the printer.
Generally, with the paper that I get, there's a template, and then I take this and put that in the template.
Okay.
So that it just basically knows this is the front of my card, this is the back. So if you give it a second, see, it went back to your front.
Nice.
So if you click where it says pages now, it shows you both of them.
Yeah. VBA manual. What is that?
Yeah, but I'm just saying once you
Yeah.
but once you get your listing ready and whatever it is and put your pictures in there, it makes it a lot easier to makes it easier when you don't have to door knock. When you're doing the door hangers. And one thing I will tell you that Deborah and I do, and this is only what we do, everyone's welcome to do whatever they want. But let's just say when you're doing the just listed, most of the time you're going to do an open house. Whether it's virtual or not, you're still doing an open house.
Right.
Make sure they see the words, you're invited.
You're invited.
Because, and here's why, a lot of neighborhoods, they have the rule against you soliciting.
Uh-huh.
Inviting them to something's not a solicitation.
There you go. Yeah.
And that's like, well, that sounds kind of backhanded. Well, good, but it's true. We literally put on all our open house notifications, you're cordially invited or you're invited.
So now is this gone to my stuff?
So go ahead and put done. Click up on the upper right hand where it says done. There you go.
All right.
Now,
Okay, buddy.
Whenever you need to, you can either delete them.
Like this one here.
Right, so you can delete it.
So you're making copy.
Right, if you make a copy, and it does exact same copy. Like I said, if I create, like if I'm using the same type of format all the time, all I need to do is change, update something. I make a copy, make a copy, make a copy,
Right.
copy.
Then just change what you need to.
Just change.
What do you want? Back to
time.
Okay. All right.
But that help you any? Make it a little easier, a little. At least you did it through Command. I know you know how to do it through Photoshop.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, I would spend, an hour and a half designing that template and tweaking it and trying to get it better, and and to where this is already, professionally designed and everything. All you got to do is just change the information.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You got to play around with each of the designs to see which one fits.
Yeah.
Once you've done that,
you're set.
Yeah.
Danya, have you made any designs for me yet?
No, you're not set.
Let me get this.
I'm actually going in right now. I'm practicing it.
Are you trying to do one?
Yes, I have not done. I have not done one yet. I've been just busy doing the smart plan, the one you told me the other day.
Okay.
So I've done a couple of these and it worked. Thank you for the videos. And now this is another one that's a nice one to learn and use.
But like I said, yeah, because between the smart plans, which we went over, and then last week I did the agent sites, showed you how to do those. And then, because that's consumer, and then this is designs, and it's more just to make sure everyone sees how simple it is to do a basic design.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be complex. It doesn't have to be anything. And the best thing is even if you just simply do nothing but create social posts. When you create the social post,
Yes.
you know, you get comfortable with it.
That's it. I'm starting it simple till I get more comfortable with it, and then slowly I will start using the other gadgets and things like this.
Just start going as soon as you can.
Exactly. But I got the ball rolling. Thank you. It really helped
Great.
last time we
I'm
spoke.
very happy.
I got so many things working, so I appreciate that.
I understand. But anyway, that was my main thing for today to cover was designs. So
Yeah, that's
I'm
great. Yeah.
going to stop the recording for now.
Sure.